There isn't much that Hooker doesn't do. We're a whole home provider.
So you have the bedroom, the dining room, the occasional, the upholstery, the lighting and the accessories, all one package.
We want to be the best, we want to be great, but we want to be good doing it.
Hooker's about family, it's about people. It just radiates with me today.
We're having fun because we're doing what we love to do.
We've had 100 years to figure out who we are, and I believe we've been incredibly adaptive to change in our industry.
Clyde Hooker Sr. was trying to come up with a way to employ people that worked in Henry County, Virginia. He was given a grant of $25,000. He bought the plant, he installed all the equipment, hired all the people.
It started out of a need for jobs, and Clyde Hooker had the ability and the knowledge, and the community got involved. I think that's why Hooker's foundation has been about the people and the communities.
Every Tuesday, they paid every bill they had. And that was a way for them to know what their cash flow was. They knew exactly where they were at.
It's one reason we're a big believer in keeping a very strong balance sheet. We don't run the company in a way that puts it at risk, and that comes from a long heritage of doing so through the 3 previous leaders as well.
His father gave him a piece of advice, and he said, find a niche and become the specialist in that niche.
Well, during that time period, TVs went from console TVs, the big Mathis console TV, to tabletops. And Clyde saw an avenue to create a niche. And the niche was to create furniture that would house electronics. And we became the industry's largest maker of entertainment centers because of that simple find.
We became fairly dominant in the categories of home office and home entertainment. We made a lot of it here. We were making some bedroom and dining room. And that's how Hooker survived and thrived throughout those years. Clyde Hooker Jr., he knew everyone's names. He knew their kids' names. He knew their grandchildren's names. He knew what activities they were involved in.
He'd say, hey, John, I saw your son hit a home run the other night, or I saw Mary's dance recital. It was great. That's the kind of human being he was. And Kitty Sue, his wife, was the same way.
Clyde Hooker was very committed to Martinsville and wanted to be part of it and supported some very key charitable organizations, things that were just important to him. And we've tried to continue that wherever we do business.
Clyde was always looking and thinking about how can we grow and where can we grow. We kept broadening our horizons. So when we went in overseas, it allowed us to get into other product categories. And that just blew the company up. In 1989, we were like an $89 million company. And by the mid-1990s, we were up to over $300 million in case goods. The rise was unbelievable.
Paul Toms, it turned into a little more of a acquisition mode. Bradenton Young came on board. They're really, I call them, one of the finest leather facilities in the United States. And then you get into later years purchasing Pulaski, Samuel Lawrence, HMI, Home Meridian, which is our other division that leads into our medium and lower price points. One reason we went from Hooker Furniture to Hooker Furnishings is furniture really didn't encompass everything we are today.
We domestically produce upholstery, we produce high-end leather, we develop and import case goods.
We're pretty complete today, so it makes it fun.
Hooker Furnishings does not cut corners. We pay attention to every detail, whether it's the hardware or the lining of our drawers. We really go into every aspect of our furniture.
A very consistent thing for the Hooker brand has been quality. We've never said, okay, let's do a lower price and also change our quality. We may change scale, we may change other things that don't relate to quality, but our quality has stayed the same. And that's what I believe, are known for, is consistency. We are a culture of integrity, and we keep our core values in place because those don't change. As we grow, those need to stay the same. That's a pillar. Those have to stay in place or we will fail.
There's a love for the company, there's a passion for what people do. People come and stay.
I've worked at Hooker for 16 years.
So I've been with the company 24 years.
I have been with the company for 30 years.
I've been here for 35 years at this point.
I've been with the company almost 42 years.
Our people are very caring, they're very loyal to the company. I mean, they go above and beyond what they do for this company. Hooker means Clyde, and Clyde was all about the people. The first day that I come there, he already knew my name. I mean, he knew everything about me the day I walked through that door. And I will never forget that.
I can't say enough about the type of people we have throughout our organization, and it's 100% what gives me confidence for us going into the future.
100 years doesn't surprise me one bit. I'm proud of this company.
I can tell you, the organization, if Clyde were to come back and take a peek today, he would be absolutely floored and happy about how it turned all out. He did the right thing, and look what happened to it.
The company has changed so much over the 30 years that I've been here, and change can be hard, and it can be really uncomfortable. We have changed, but we have not changed who we are. We still know our identity. We still know who we are.
As you go through your career, it becomes part of what you are. And I don't consider that I work for Hooker, I consider that I am Hooker.
So the thing about Hooker Furnishings is I've been here 2 years and I already feel at home. There's so much opportunity to grow and learn from this company.
I see these younger kids and I say, you have no idea all the great things that are going to happen to you. You know, apply yourself and it's going to be the best life ever.
What I'd like to see Hooker do for the next 100 years, just be the company that's got them to this point. And I think if they do that, they'll be successful.
Congratulations to Hooker Furnishings for 100 years. I wish you the most success for 100 more. To everyone who has anything to do with this company, from our dealers to our designers to our employees, it is something to be celebrated together.